If you've ever looked at your literacy block and thought to yourself, how exactly am I supposed to meet with reading groups? This video is for you. Because here's what I see happening again and again with kindergarten, first, and second grade teachers. Literacy centers are feeling chaotic, students are constantly needing help, and by the time you have handled all of the interruptions, your reading groups never quite happen. There's some good news though. The problem isn't your students, it's the system you're using. Today I'm going to show you the Daily 5 framework so you can help your students become more independent and you can actually meet with your reading groups every single day. Hey teacher friend, welcome back to my channel. My name's Molly and I have taught kindergarten, first grade, and now fifth grade, and I have trained thousands of teachers in my Daily 5 workshop. And so we're going to dive in today about what you need to have set up so you can start the coming school year feeling confident that you can get to all of your small groups. Let's start with the biggest mistake that I see. The biggest mistake is having too many centers. You start incorporating so many different things into your literacy block that all of a sudden there's 10 things going on and you can't keep track of any of them. Managing your materials becomes overwhelming and you're constantly cutting out new things, sorting things, reorganizing, and you're finding that your students need help while you're trying to pull groups, and that defeats the whole purpose of having small groups. Daily 5 is a framework to help you structure your literacy block, so there should be only about 5 things that are going on at any given time. Sometimes you might have more or less depending on the structure of the time that you have. The main stations for Daily 5 are read to self, work on writing, word work, listen to reading, book club, you can also call it your small group time, and sometimes you might do read to friend. Read to self is when students are reading a book by themselves, and yes, even kindergartners can do that. I teach them how to read the pictures, read the words, retell the story, and this is the beginning part of Daily 5. You have to explicitly model all of these stations for your students to be independent. Work on writing is independent as well. It is your creative writing time. Your students are not getting the writing lesson during this time. This is writing in a journal, using a daily writing prompt, which when I taught kindergarten and first grade, my students used my daily writing prompts and love them. They work for second graders as well. Actually, they work for all grades. So every day you put up a new prompt on the board, they're creative writing. It gives them something to do so you're not hearing, I don't know what to write. Word work is always tied to the whole group lesson. Likely you're doing some kind of word study, phonics lesson, especially in K-1 and 2. It's huge in those grades. And then the independent practice they're doing is something based off of that lesson you did for word work. Listen to reading is often done on an iPad, but I've seen teachers go back to having cassette tapes or CDs and actually thumbing through a book, but teaching them explicitly, what does that look like? What does that sound like? Building stamina for all of the stations I mentioned is going to be so key. Read to friend is one that you might not get to. I've taught that one a few times. My students always enjoyed it. It just really depends on your tolerance level for whisper talking during your Daily 5 literacy block. And of course, the end goal is to get to book club. That's what I call it, but you can call it small group. You can call it meet with teacher. It's the time that you're pulling a group of kids to work at your table while everybody else is working independently. So bottom line is, having more centers for the sake of having more centers does not create more independence. By giving them more choice, it actually creates more of a management issue. So I promise you, if you stick to those centers, you're going to be so much less stressed and actually get to your small group time. So before we can even teach content when we're launching Daily 5, we have to teach our students how to be independent. So most teachers tend to teach the activity, but they don't go over the expectations of the station. So when we're setting up Daily 5, we are going through each station systematically, mastering it with stamina before we can move on to the next station. Usually that's about the 15-minute mark of how long we can do something. And I love to use a stamina building chart for every single station so we can reach our goal. My students can see, okay, we got to 5 minutes yesterday. Can we do 7 today? And you're just building on that and really pumping them up. Remember to stop anytime there's any kind of distraction or noise, talk about what happened, how we can make it better, and then move on from there. If we're constantly having interruptions during the practice time, you're training your students that that's going to be okay, and then you're never going to get to your small groups. Every single station should be a level 0. Going over those expectations, we're going to work the whole time, stay in the same spot, level 0, build our stamina, get started right away. If we're not doing those things for every single station, then we need to rewind and go back. So when I'm setting up read to self, we're going to go through that. We're going to build our stamina to the 15-minute mark. Once my students have mastered that, then we can go to work on writing. It has to be built with stamina, or else you're building a foundation on straw instead of brick. The bottom line is your students will not be independent with activities for literacy if they're not independent yet with their routines. Take the extra time when you're launching Daily 5 to really get those routines down, and I promise you, you'll be so glad that you did. Next, I want to talk to you about how a lot of teachers will fit groups around centers instead of making the centers around your reading groups. Really emphasizing to your students that my job when you're launching Daily 5 and you're showing them the chart for the expectations, my job as the teacher is to be able to meet with groups. And if you're not doing the things on your side of the chart, then I'm not able to meet with those groups. So we really need our students to know that we are a class working together towards the same goal. I have a job, you have a job, but together, when we work together, we get a lot more done. I think it's really helpful to see an example schedule. So I will show a lot more of these examples during my Daily 5 workshop, which is coming up on July 15th. And this example shows you 3 different stations that you could have after the whole group lesson. Then you might have a mini lesson that's word work. Sometimes people have a mini writing lesson. It just depends on what your ELA curriculum is like. And then I'm showing you 3 stations so you can see that it doesn't always have to be all 5. They don't have to be 30 minutes long each. Oftentimes we really overthink the scheduling part of that. So that's why I've made a section of my workshop all about scheduling, because that's one of the biggest questions you guys ask me on social media and here on YouTube. So I also want to emphasize to you to start small. At the beginning of the year or whenever you're launching Daily 5, do 1 round at a time. Build the stamina. And when you can tell your students have tapped out, that is okay. Take a pause. You're not going to pull small groups until you've mastered every Daily 5 station. That's another question I get. Until you have gone through the stamina building for all of the stations you're going to offer, you cannot pull small groups. It just will not work, and you will end up frustrated, and so will your students. The fastest way to create independence with your students during your ELA block is to slow down, take your time, and build stamina. Daily 5 is a structure for your literacy block. It is not the instruction. It's not a curriculum. It's not really even a program. It's a framework to help you get to your reading groups. Once you start looking at it like that, any curriculum can fit inside of Daily 5 because it is the framework to what you are doing with your time during your ELA block. So I get it. You might be sitting here thinking, okay, Molly, what does this actually look like in a real classroom? We've talked about how to set it up, but I'm a visual learner. I need to see. And I totally get that. That's exactly why I created my Daily 5 workshop. I teach it every year in July. This is my 4th year teaching it. And inside the workshop, I'm going to show you how to set up Daily 5, what your reading group schedule could look like based on real life examples given to me by many, many teachers and my own as a teacher, what it looks like to plan your literacy block, the management tools inside of Daily 5 that are going to help you structure it, and the exact routines I've used and tweaked over my 13 years of teaching to make Daily 5 run seamlessly for my class. There's so many things about Daily 5 that are going to be tried and true, and then things that I've changed over the years to make it better and more enhanced, and I know they will help you too. The workshop is live on July 15th. I have K-2, and then one for my 3, 4, and 5 teachers. If you cannot attend live, that is okay, but make sure you sign up because you will get the replay. And I've had many teachers write me later, like, I didn't have time to watch it in July. I watched it in September. Oh my gosh, game changer. I'm so ready for this school year. So saving your seat is going to be key because, again, I only teach it once a year live. If you'd like the link to join, I've had the QR code on the screen, but also you can check out the details in the description box below. What other questions do you have about Daily 5? Let me know in the comments and share this with your teacher bestie so that you guys can do Daily 5 when the school year starts. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.